Hey guys, it's Vintage Vinny. Happy New Year! I have a restore and thrift store haul to share with you today. Got a great assortment of stuff as usual, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned! So before I get started, I want to tell you all a little story about what's been going on with my car. So as you all know, I failed my last state inspection for air not circulating through the ventilation system properly. So I thought, why don't I take it back up to the Fitzgerald that's up near Treasured Vintage? I texted her and we decided to go ahead and meet up after I dropped my car off. My anxiety and my stress levels, my worry levels were skyrocketing. Thankfully, we thrifted to try to distract myself from everything that was going through my mind at the time. So, um, before I met with Treasured Vintage, I went in and said, hey, I'm due for an inspection. Here is the emission sheet. I handed it to the guy behind the counter and said, I just need to pass my next inspection. This is what the problem is. Can you all tell me what you need to do in order for that to be fixed? So he says, okay. And then I think he said from one of the drivers who took it into the shop said that your tires need rotating, which made sense because my car would, ooh, I like that sound, was making some really weird, like, dragging noises from the brakes, so I guess the tires just need to be rotated, and after that I haven't had any issues. And I also said to kill two birds with one stone, let's go ahead and get my oil change because my check engine light was on, so we did that. Both of those cost me about 250 bucks, which I know I could have probably done it at Walmart cheaper or Jiffy Lube or something like that, cheaper. Anyway, so finally out with Treasured Vintage, and we stopped to get a little snack in one of the fast food chains in this area, and hit a bunch of stores. Didn't find a lot, but I was satisfied with what I did find, which you all will see very soon. So we're on our way back up to where this Fitz is, and the guy who was working the customer service desk calls me and says, hey, in order for us to fix A, we have to do B, C, and D, and replace everything that's in there, and it's going to cost you about $1,400 to do. My heart sank. I was so mad, because, first of all, I should have known better than to go to a dealership to get this done, because they were trying to scheme me into doing a bunch of other things that didn't need to be done. So I said, no, let me just come back. I'll pay you all for the trouble and I'll see what I can do. So the guy at the desk says, do you want to go any further? And he's lucky I didn't say, fuck no. Because I was so mad. But, yeah, I learned my lesson from there. I didn't spend the 1,400 bucks. I basically just said, as long as the oil is changed and the tires are rotated, that's all I'm paying you for today. So I went over to the desk to pay for it, took care of it. And then, a few months go by and the emissions was due yesterday, but of course I had it done a few weeks prior to that. My dad told me after he looked at the piece in the car to go buy what's called mass airflow cleaner, which is basically a liquid substance or a spray substance, and it just cleans the piece that you need to have cleaned. So we pull the piece out of the car and we sprayed it, let it dry for a little bit, and it's a quick drying substance, which is great. We just let it sit out, air dry like it needed to. We put it back into the car and everything. We started it up, and the air seemed to be flowing through the ventilation system better than I originally thought. So we left it at that, and I took it over to the inspection place a few days ago, and I passed. So I guess all I needed to do was clean that little fob, despite it not being dirty when we took it out of the engine. So basically, I spent $10 and my worries were gone after I passed. And then, instead of spending over $1,400. So basically, don't ever take your car to a dealership. I learned that the hard way. Even though I didn't spend the $1,400 that they claimed needed to be spent in order to fix it, I learned my lesson. So enough about that. That's 4 minutes of venting and ranting. So let's go ahead and jump right into the haul video here.
The first larger item that I spotted when I first walked into the Restore was this really awesome coastal picture, and I think it's in what they call a blonde frame. I just really liked the different colors. I liked the scenery of it. And it was only $4. This color was 20% off. Like I said, I really liked the different shades of blue. I like that like frosty glacier blue of the waves there. And this is a one-of-a-kind painted piece. It's made by Blanche Manmiller in 1958. I don't know if this was one of those paint by numbers or if this was something somebody actually hand-painted themselves. If this was something somebody hand-painted themselves, that's actually very, very impressive because I could never paint something like this. So let me go ahead and show you the back. Nothing too special about that, just some nails holding the actual painting in together along with some picture hanging wire, which is great, which means I don't have to go ahead and take care of that and put that on there. So if I want to hang it up at some point, it's already there. So this is the second to last larger item that I'd like to share with you all. It's really, really cool. It's an old vanity mirror. And as you can see by the price, actually blue tags were half off that day. So I only paid $2.50 for this. That is a steal for this. And it's in really good condition. Hi. There might be some places where I'll have to patch up and, you know, probably take a glass cleaning wipe too. But there's no breaks in the glass. I mean, it's in really good shape. Let me go ahead and open this up so you guys can see the inside. So this comes with the original glass shelving units and the brackets, which is awesome. It's all galvanized metal, and this was made by the Grody Company in Bellevue, Kentucky. And it says there's an electrical fixture, but I guess it doesn't come with it, which is perfectly okay. It's just really cool because I can picture putting this in my bathroom, maybe opening up and putting some old pharmaceutical stuff in here, and maybe putting the shelves up and adding some stuff into it too. I mean, $2.50 was a steal. I mean, am I wrong? And it's in really good shape. If I were to ever sell it, which I don't think I will because A, I don't have an antique booth, and 2, trying to ship something like this would cost a fortune. Maybe I would do Facebook Marketplace or maybe even OfferUp, but I'm going to keep this for myself because I think this is just super, super cool. Long story short, when I was growing up, my grandmother had purchased some old fixtures and things like that from an auction, and one of the pieces she bought was an old blue mirror, and it had the shelving units and brackets similar to this. And it had a bunch of old pharmaceutical stuff on it. You know, just common stuff that you'd buy for your household. Like, you know, like chest rub, like vape rub, stuff like that. And it was all older stuff, probably from the 30s and 40s. And I just remember that, and my dad eventually got rid of it, and I'm kind of mad about it now because the blue mirror was so cool, and it would have been great just to display stuff on, but hey, that's okay, right? Things happen. But $2.50 for this, and I keep repeating myself, and I'm sorry, but this is just awesome. I mean, they may not hold much value. Like, if I were to sell it, I would probably ask $40 to $45, $50 for it because it has everything it needs. But yeah, this is definitely a really, really awesome piece. So let me go ahead and we'll jump into the smaller portions, or the smaller stuff of this video. So the last somewhat larger pickup from the Restore is this really awesome Seth Thomas styled General Electric mantle clock. It was originally $6. It was 20% off. Pink tags were all 20% off, so I only paid $4.80 for it. I might take a little bit of wood polish, maybe some Old English, just to, you know, polish it up and make it look pretty because it does have some nicks and stuff on it. I did go ahead and put some new stoppers, rubber stoppers on them to stop it from sliding. And yeah, these I got at Marshall's for like $2.99 and then, you know, my 10% discount. These are great to have, especially when you are restoring older things, because they can prevent it from sliding all over the place. Anyway, the cord is overall in good shape. It is a little cracked, like right up in here, but I plugged it in and it does work. I think the plug itself is Bakelite. I could be wrong. I haven't done the test on it, but I definitely know it's older. I don't know if this is going to show in here, but there's a little plaque on here. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the last date right there. So this is probably from the 1920s. It does have a really cool face to it. Anytime I see something interesting like this, I definitely like to go ahead and pick it up. So I was really, really excited to get that. I have a few other items that I'd like to show you all from the Restore. Nothing too fancy, but definitely a few things that are going to help make my money back. I only spent, let's see, $16, and I rounded up for the mission, which was perfectly fine. Now, do any of you all know what this is? Do you all give up? This is a globe for a tension pole lamp. Probably one from the 1960s, judging by this gold streaking here, this gold line. And it was only 25 cents, originally $3. I guess it sat for a long time, and I guess when they go through their merchandise, they go ahead and mark things with orange tags, which is their clearance, and they went ahead and marked it down to 25 cents, and that's when I picked it up. I know there are people out there who are constantly looking to restore and find original globes for these lamps, so I went ahead and picked this one up, especially for a quarter. I think because there are no cracks or chips, and it looks to be in very good condition, I think I can ask about $20 to $25 just for this globe itself. So that was a really, really good pickup. Now these I think were also a really good pickup. Now these each individually were 25 cents a piece, and then they were, I think, 20% off. So I paid 20 cents for these. So there were 15 of them at 20 cents. And yeah, I thought they were really cool. There are a bunch of these All-Pro Motocross numbers, probably for your mailbox, or, yeah, there's a multitude of uses here. Mailbox, your house, your motorcycle, your any vehicle. I got a bunch of them. There are a bunch of 7s, there's a bunch of 9s or 6s. So there were 15 of those, so I went ahead and picked that up. I thought that was a really good deal, $3. I think anybody who likes to craft would definitely enjoy these, or if somebody who just likes to collect new old stock stuff. These are probably from, I would say, the 70s, or the 80s, maybe earlier than that, because if you look at the Kmart code right there, 57 cents. Probably late 60s or early 70s, or maybe even late 70s. I think somebody will definitely enjoy these. I might ask $20 for that whole bunch there. So that's all of the Restore stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the other thrift shops that I went to. Angie and I decided to just go hang out in the other parts of this town, and I stopped at another place because I was just so frustrated with Fitzgerald and what they were trying to do to me, and thankfully I wasn't born yesterday, so I wasn't stupid. I mean, I am in my own special way, but not, I have a little bit more common sense than these morons think I do. So, I picked up this vintage Holly bell. Normally, I don't go for bells, but something about this just really screamed old to me. It was 99 cents. But the main reason I picked it up, let's see if I can get it to show. Right there. Do you see what that says right there? Holt Howard, 1962. If I were to sell this bell, it would probably go for like $7 or $8, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I think it'd be a neat little piece of decor. As soon as I saw the Holt Howard name on there, I went ahead and grabbed it, and it's in really good condition. No cracks or chips. This looks like a chip right here, but that's just a manufacturer flaw because it is smooth. So I thought that was definitely a good pickup. I thought this was really, really cute. It's a window sun catcher, metal and painted. Goodwill charged me 99 cents for that. I think because of the subject matter, I might be able to sell that for 10, 12 bucks. For $1.99, I got this box of vintage cards. Now, I wasn't crazy about the box. Some of the cards in here I'm definitely going to be keeping for myself. I might just give most of these to Tarnished Treasures. Maybe I'll split them up and give some to Tarnished Treasures and JoJo and maybe Mad Girls Vintage. The ones that I wanted that were in here are these really cool Hallmark cards with Santa on them. I love these. And then there's some other ones that kind of go with the theme of the box, the religious Christmas blessings with Mary and everyone else on there. So I might just go ahead and keep the Santa and the candy cane and then send the rest off to other people. So I was really, really excited about that. So I went ahead and just got that whole box. Thankfully I was able to look inside of it instead of being surprised and disappointed. Alright. Okay. Now this was a really interesting grab bag for $2.99. Let me just go ahead and tear them open real quick and I'll show you what was in there. Are these vintage Goebel white ceramic West German angel choir? I'm pleasantly surprised to see that most of these, despite being clunked together for who knows how long, are mostly intact. This one has a broken wing, and this one has a broken wing too. So I was a little disappointed with that. But $3 for all of them. And let me show you guys the marks. So there is the Goebel West Germany. They do have crazing as well, due to age. But I think somebody will definitely enjoy them. I think I might ask $20, $25 for the set. Of course, I'm going to mention the broken wings, but I think they will definitely bring joy to somebody who likes angels or who just like Goebel pieces. So this came from a charitable thrift store, and if you guys hear a whistle blowing in the background, I do apologize. A train is coming and going through town. So this was a pleasant surprise. I've seen plenty of these before in antique shops, and people want like $8 and $9, and I'm not willing to pay that. This is a 1970s smiley face McCoy mug. How did I know that? Because on the bottom, very faintly, there is that McCoy stamp. It's not embossed, it's almost like it was already put in there. Now this is from a thrift shop that supported animals, which I'm all about because I love animals, always have. And I didn't see a whole lot of stuff there, and I think I spotted this in the corner of my eye, but I just didn't pick it up for whatever reason. And then I went back over to the mugs, and, you know, you have to make multiple trips around each section because you don't spot everything in one trip when you're thrifting, or one round in a thrift shop. So I grabbed this, nothing wrong with it. It was 50 cents. The last one I bought, I paid $2 for. So that was a good deal too. But yeah, I'm going to wash it, of course, and then I'll put it with my other smiley face McCoy pieces that I have. Now, this stuff doesn't really go for a whole lot of money. I guess it's just mass-produced and people think it does, but I mean, each to his own. I just bought it for myself. Because despite me kind of slowly but surely fading out of liking the smiley face stuff, I still like the McCoy pieces. The last thing I would like to share with you all in this haul video is something that you guys have seen me pick up before. I found another 1953 Scrabble game for 99 cents. and you all know, are the tiles and the stands that go with them. If you all remember a while back in one of my sales report videos, I shared that the tiles and the holders can go for really good money because people like to craft with them. I think people mostly like the vintage tiles. I guess because they were made better. But who knows. The last batch that I sold, I think I bought this game for 99 cents and I sold the tiles and stuff for $15 with the stands. I had more stands with that one and I think more tiles, but I think I might still be able to get about $15 to $20 just for this lot. So that is everything I would like to share with you all in this haul, so let's go ahead and I'll meet you guys back in front of the camera.
So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!